This is a new recipe for Men Promise. So we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works. I have got 5 cups of Rice Krispies here. And this is called Rice Krispies S'mores. I have got 2 cups of finely crushed, not finely crushed, they're in chunks, kind of. So it said add the graham crackers to the Rice Krispies. And then it said add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to do that. Now, it tells me to gently mix all this up. My fingers are clean. Okay. I think I do it better with my hands. Maybe I should, hold on a second, Promise. It'll be easier in a bowl that is wider, so I can get my hands in there. Okay. Now we're mixing this, and if I find any big pieces of cracker, I think you want them about this size right here, like that, because it said coarsely chopped. So Promise she kind of chopped them in the package. So, but we want to get this kind of mixed up. So that was 5 cups of Rice Krispies, 2 cups of coarsely chopped or coarsely well chopped graham crackers, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Now, in this pan back here, I have got a 1/2 stick of butter. So what the recipe is telling me is to put this on very low heat in a big saucepan. And it says pour 10 ounces of marshmallows, and this is the miniature marshmallows. 10 ounces of marshmallows in the pan, and stir it and leave it on low heat and just let these marshmallows melt. Now it says it's going to take about 5 minutes. So, I'm going to turn this light on, Promise, so you can see. As soon as these marshmallows melt, then we're going to add our Rice Krispies to this. And the first steps is kind of like your normal making Rice Krispie treats. But it's after you get all that done that it takes a little twist. And so you're going to roll it. You're going to put it in like a jelly roll pan, and after you put your chocolate on it, you're gonna let it cool. Then you're gonna roll it up and you're gonna slice it, so it's gonna be like little pinwheels or little chocolate and Rice Krispie swirls. So we're gonna let this melt, and then we're gonna go to our next step. Okay, it said our marshmallows is melted, completely melted, and it says remove the pan from the heat and gently fold in the Rice Krispie cereal mixture until evenly coated. Okay, so we're going to do that. So let's try to get all this coated with the Rice Krispie mix. I mean with the marshmallow mixture. I got to get a pot holder, Promise. So I grab a hold of this right here. This pan is hot. Now, if y'all have ever made Rice Krispies, you know how sticky it is. Okay. All right, we want to get all this coated. Which takes a second, because you just have to keep working with it. But it sure does look good. Okay. Got to get it out of the corners of the pan and off the bottom, because it sticks to the bottom. Ooh. All getting there. It just takes a minute, y'all. All right, now, it says to put it in this pan right here. Now this is parchment paper, and I have sprayed my parchment paper so this doesn't stick to it. I sprayed it with with cooking spray. Okay. Now this is gonna be hot, but we're gonna do what it says. And sticky. Woo, look at that. All right, let me take my spatula, get this off that spoon. But I bet it's gonna be delicious. Okay, get some over here. All right, I think that's about it. Now, this is what I usually do with Rice Krispie treats when I make them. Promise can lick she can lick the bowl. I usually take cooking spray because this is hot. So what I usually do is take cooking spray, put it on my hands, and then I'll press it out in my pan. And that way it doesn't stick to my hand. Okay. And it says go all the way to the edges and make sure it's in the corners. Oh, this looks good, promise. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just keep working it. These graham crackers, being in big chunks like that, it kind of keeps it from sticking together, but we're going to get it, and it's going to work good. It's going to be really, man, this looks so good. And you want to get it as even as you can all the way across. Okay, it's all the way, I'm going to put a little bit right here. It's all the way to the side, and it's all the way in the corners. Now, can you see from there, Promise? Can you see how it's... Okay, can you see the pan from there? Mm-hmm. Okay, now, let me wash my hands, get all that grease off, and we're going to read our next step. Now, it says, press the mixture into the pan. I did that. Let it cool 3 to 5 minutes. Well, it's already pretty cool. But we're going to let it cool 3 minutes. Then, we're going to spread marshmallow cream. Right here. 7 ounces of marshmallow cream. We're going to spread it over the Rice Krispies, from side to side, leaving a 1-inch border all the way around. Okay, then we're going to put our chocolate chips on top of that. So I'm going to let this cool about 3 minutes. Then we're going to start putting our marshmallow cream on. All right, we're fixing to start spreading our marshmallow cream. This is jet puff marshmallow cream. And some people call this fluff. Marshmallow fluff. I know up in Boston, where my grandson and my daughter live, they call it marshmallow fluff. So I got to work to get this spread out all across here. But it says leave 1-inch space around the ends and the sides. So I'm going to do that.
Is that going to be enough?
What, baby?
Is that going to be enough?
I'm going to have to make it be enough because it says 7 ounces. So, I'm gonna have to, I don't think it's supposed to be a real thick layer because you've got marshmallows in your Rice Krispies. I think this is just to add some extra gooiness and extra deliciousness to it. But it doesn't look to me like, maybe if I keep spreading, I think we'll be all right. Okay. We've got our marshmallow cream spread out across our Rice Krispie mixture here. And if you want more marshmallow cream on yours, I would have put a little bit more, but the recipe called for 7 ounces, so that's what I put. And so, but if it was me, I think I would have put a little bit more on it just so it'd be a little thicker. Now I've got my chocolate chips. Now, the recipe calls for chocolate bars. Like, I guess it's talking about like Hershey's bars, but it calls for 7 of those, but I just got chocolate chips. And I got the mini chocolate chips. So you just spread your chocolate chips over your mixture like this. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put it under the broiler. And this is 10 ounces of chocolate chips. It calls for 12 ounces of chocolate bars. But so I'm going to put this whole bag of chocolate chips on here. And I think when we put it under that broiler, it's going to heat that marshmallow cream, and it's also going to melt these chocolate chips. So, and then we're going to be able to spread our chocolate chips out. I've got my chocolate chips on. I've got my broiler set on high broil. And I'm going to put them in my oven for, it says 1 minute. So we're going to see how long it takes to melt that chocolate. I am pressing our chocolate chips. Okay, use the candy bars. With the chocolate chips aren't melting like I was hoping they would. So use the candy bars. Anytime you try something for the first time and you veer from the recipe, sometimes it just doesn't turn out like it should. But next time, the more I spread it, the more they melt. But use chocolate bars. Don't use the chocolate chips. It's still going to be delicious now because these chocolate chips are kind of going down in that marshmallow cream. It's going to be delicious. Yeah, they're melting now the more I spread them. So, but still, use chocolate bars. They'll be better. Chocolate bars has a little bit more sugar in them, so it'll make it sweeter. It'll be better. Now, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it right there. And you're supposed to leave an inch all the way around the sides and the end. Okay. All right, that's the best it's going to do. Now it says roll it from the side, not the end, from the side. So we're going to try to roll this thing. You're going to see how this works. I've never done this now, so y'all just bear with me. Whew, it's hot, that's for sure. So I'm just going to take this paper and kind of roll it like this. Pull it toward me. I'm going to keep rolling it. Kind of like you would a jelly roll. Okay. I'm going to keep rolling it like this. Wow, look at all that. Now maybe I'll do it. Look at all that marshmallow oozing, cream oozing out. Man, I better do it like this, okay? Keep using your paper to roll it. Press it down a little bit. And it said don't get it don't get it too tight. So, okay, we're going to keep rolling. Keep rolling. We're almost there. All right. Woo! Man. Look at that. Okay, we gotta do one more roll. Did that get? All right, I'm just gonna pull that end up like that. I'm gonna do one more roll, see if I can get one more. Uh-oh, okay. There's my paper. All right, I'm gonna take my hands and try to, I don't wanna tear it up. There we go, okay. You want that seam side down. Our roll here, our Rice Krispies s'mores, and I want you to look at all this marshmallow cream oozing out. Man, that is gonna be so good. Now, it says to cool it in your refrigerator for about 2 hours, 3 hours, because you want all this to set. But what I'm gonna do, I'm putting it in my freezer, and I'm gonna leave it in the freezer about 30 minutes. And by that time, I hope the marshmallow cream will be set. We'll check it, and if not, I'll leave it at 45 minutes. But I think 30 minutes will be enough. And then we are gonna cut our little s'mores in little circles, and Promise is gonna try them and see how good they are. I left my log, I'm just calling them Rice Krispies s'mores logs. I left it in the freezer 30 minutes. That was a little bit too long. The recipe says leave it in your refrigerator from 4 hours to overnight, but I don't know that I would do that, because what happens, your Rice Krispies get so hard till it's hard to cut. They want to break apart. So I let mine thaw a little bit, but I want you to look at this. Wow. Look at that swirl. Isn't that beautiful? And I will use chocolate bars next time instead of the chocolate chips. And I will buy either a bigger container of marshmallow cream, or I'll get 2, and I will put a little bit more marshmallow cream in. Now this is delicious. I'm telling you. This is so good. It's different from anything I've ever had. You can taste the graham crackers in it. And I don't know that I've ever eaten but one s'more, but this is better than a s'more to me. It's something that children can make. It's something that you can make with your children. It's great for the holidays. It'll be great if you have trick-or-treaters for Halloween. It'll be great to make these, put them in a little decorative bag. And if you like to do trunk or treat at your local church or whatever, this is great to have a great treat that you can make, and it will be so good. But I want you to look at that. Promise, have you got a really good view of that?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not going to finish cutting it yet, but I want you to look at that. Look at that swirl. And it's easy to do. It's it's delicious. It's very delicious. So this is something new for me, but you better believe, holidays, I'm going to be making these, because all children love Rice Krispie treats. They love them. So they were really going to like these. But like I say, I'm going to use the chocolate bars, and I'm going to get extra marshmallow cream. So now, I want to thank y'all so much for my subscribers. We have right now 240 subscribers. About 7 days ago, we only had 215. So I have people subscribing every day. I had one, she said, I'm from the, what does she call it? Foothills of Northern California. I have them in New Mexico, just all around. And so I want to give a shout out to Jimmy. He is one of my subscribers, and he comments on so many of my videos, and I just want to tell him how much I appreciate his support, and how much I appreciate him watching my channel. So I think when we reach, let's see, we're at 240 now. When we reach what, Promise? 275 maybe? When we reach 275 subscribers, I'll give a shout out to another one.
I'd say 300.
300. Okay, when we reach 300, I'll give a shout out to another one of my subscribers. And I appreciate all of y'all, all of you that watch my channel. So, y'all try this. It is absolutely, it is every bit as good as it looks. So, I love y'all, and subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and I will see y'all next time.